And just staying in Swansea, the city could soon get the go-ahead to build a tidal lagoon to generate clean, renewable energy. But some people in Cornwall are questioning the project's green credentials. The rocks for the Swansea Lagoon may come from a currently disused quarry in the West Country, which some locals say could harm tourism and the environment there. Here's our environment correspondent, Iolo Davith.
It's hard to imagine exactly what the world's first man-made tidal lagoon could look like. Computer-generated graphics gives us an idea how locally dredged sandy material or quarry rubble could be used in woven plastic materials, durable enough to be underwater. Around these walls, an armour of rock would be placed to protect and act as a breakwater for roughly 6 miles.
We'll make 2 piles of stone and a pile of sand, and we'll start building up, and we'll build out here from the docks, and gradually we'll create the umbilical cord out to over here is where the cofferdam will be, and the cofferdam is then an island in the sea that we build using the sand from the bay and rock that we bring in from Cornwall.
Sand could be dredged locally under licence from Natural Resources Wales, but a sister company of Tidal Lagoon Power, Shire Oak Energy, of which Mark Shorrock is also the boss, are planning to reopen a quarry on the Lizard Peninsula in Cornwall.
Over 1 million tonnes of rock and stones a year could be taken out of this quarry, the Dean Quarry in Cornwall, and could be taken and shipped to Swansea, provided planning application is given for 200-metre-long jetties here and a 535-metre breakwater wall. But there's one major obstacle. This is one of England's new marine conservation zones.
2 miles long and 1 mile wide, the Manacles Conservation Area is home to birds and marine life. A new breakwater and jetties would effectively mean a new harbour to protect barges carrying the gabbro rock quarried here to Swansea. Open to the Atlantic, this coast is littered with shipwrecks, and in the past 10 years attracts more and more divers, as well as dolphins and sharks.
It's going to have an impact with dust pollution and noise pollution, but actually the process of building a breakwater that is potentially 50 metres wide, the damage that's going to do to the seabed, but not only that, the effect that it's going to have sort of beyond the actual the breakwater.
Dean Quarry closed in 2008. 40 to 50 jobs are promised if it's reopened. But blasting potentially millions of tonnes of rock would impact local communities, especially Ross Killy's organic dairy farm next door. Toby and his wife Silke run a dairy herd, produce ice cream and employ 60 staff during the summer months.
When the quarry was working previously, we always noticed dust in the fields. It was something that we just lived with. You know, there was always a little sheen of dust on the fields there. And that was when the quarry was making only a tenth of what they're proposing to do, maybe even less than that. So we think there's going to be a vast increase in dust on the fields.
I understand an application to reopen the quarry could be made next month if the UK government gives Swansea Bay's lagoon the go-ahead. Tidal Lagoon Power has told us that no decision as yet has been taken where the rocks for the lagoon walls will come from. If Dean Quarry is chosen, some in Cornwall may question how green this green energy project actually is.